I'm sitting in my bed and I'm making plans. What? Darling, I know what time it is. It's almost 8. All right, darling, I'll be as quick as I can. I'm sitting in my bed making plans. I want to give a reception or a big gala party for Worldwide. And I want to check the date, the time with you so that I can be sure that you'll... All right, dear. If you insist, I'll call you at the office. Pardon me for living. Yes, Matthew, come in.
Breakfast in bed.
Little sweetheart.
Good morning.
So, dear. Hello, darling. Good morning, my pretty, pretty darling. Why are you up? Why are you dressed? I thought you'd be sleeping in after the big party last night. Was it nice? Was it fun?
It was fun. Oh, Mother, wait till I tell you what happened with Andy and Courtney.
Oh, tell me. What happened? I thought they'd gone their separate ways.
Oh, yes. But they have a lot of things to work out, judging from what happened.
Well, what happened?
Andy punched out Courtney's date. And who could that have been? Evan Walsh.
Now, I wish I'd been there to see that. Evan Walsh has needed a good punch in the nose for some time.
Oh, yeah.
Bravo, Andy. Bravo, Andy.
Okay, we're all packed. Who are you calling?
Calling Andy, eh? I guess he's on his way over here to say goodbye to you then. I'm gonna miss you two.
Oh, I'm going to miss you, too. We're not going to be gone for very long, you know.
Yeah.
I think Aaron is really looking forward to this trip.
Good. I still think it would be a good idea if you gave Julie a lift to New York.
Why are you talking about her again?
Oh, I don't know. She just gets so emotional the other day when I brought Aaron down. You know, in case he's probably wouldn't want to leave. I think she wants to get back to New York to see her little girl. On the other hand, maybe by the time you guys get back, Julie will be gone and out of our hair for good.
Now, Julie, why don't you call up Ron?
Yeah. I can't stand that cold indifference in his voice.
Well, I'm sure he misses you just as much as you miss him.
Lisa, I love you very much, and I know you mean well, but the only thing that's going to make a difference to Ron is if I get Aaron back.
Well, if that's true, then Ron Gillette is certainly not the man for you. You should be loved for yourself. Honey, I don't want you to make a mistake that you're going to regret for the rest of your life.
Lisa, I've made so many mistakes. What's one more going to matter?
No, don't say that. I don't like to hear you talk like that. Now, I have made so many mistakes in my life, heaven knows. But, I mean, like, well, my marriage to John Eldridge, and then, of course, what happened to his brother Thomas. It's going to haunt me for the rest of my life, and that's the reason I told you that. Don't you understand?
I know, but you know what? No matter what you or Andy say, I gave birth to Aaron. He is my son, Lisa, and I don't care what those adoption papers say.
Baby, I know how you feel. I know how you feel, and I know that you feel like you are being desperate right now. But I also know you. I know that you would not hurt Andy and Iva. You wouldn't hurt them for anything. And all the people who helped you this past summer to get through everything, and if you do hurt these people, you are not going to be able to live with yourself. If you get custody of Aaron, he's going to be a constant reminder of...
Bethany, tell him I'm not here, because I can't take any more.
Hello? Who's calling, please? Hold on a minute. It's some man to talk to you. I don't know who it is, but I'll bet you it's Ron. Now, you talk to him. Tell him how you feel. Come on now.
Hello? Yes, Mr. Greer. Of course I haven't forgotten what we talked about yesterday. I've thought of little else.
Brought to you today by Mountain Grown Folgers Crystals in regular and decaffeinated.
Folgers. I tried the Folgers switch on 3 of my fellow sisters. Instead of our usual ground coffee, I made Folgers Crystals. They all complimented me on the taste and aroma. They never realized it was Folgers Crystals.
Folgers Crystals, proven to surprise fresh brewed coffee drinkers.
Tastily yours, Sister Mary Norbert Bauer.
See Sunday's paper for the Wheel of Fortune Watch and Win game. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited.
How can I ever forget one of my special customers, little Michael? Every week he'd come in, and every time he'd say, his eyes shining.
Stork reason, please, Mrs. Smith.
One of those reasons I had to give him immediately. The others I put in a bag for him. Now there is Stork Chocolate Reason, a long-lasting, chewy chocolate caramel covered with rich chocolate, just right for Michael.
Stork Chocolate Reason, please, Mrs. Smith.
And Michael still eats the first one immediately. Stork Chocolate Reason, the everlasting chocolate chew.
Hardy Grains biscuits and bread twists.
They're new.
Hot from the oven in 4 delicious flavors, like oatmeal raisin biscuits and cracked wheat and honey twists. Delicious new Hardy Grains from Pillsbury.
Hello. Good. When are you leaving for the airport?
12 noon.
That's good. I have a break then. I can drive you over.
I sort of thought I might do that, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't want to step on your toes.
I know.
No, look. How can I just see them off? Is that all right?
Okay, Andy, all right. If you insist. Here, you want to hold on to this guy? I got to go to work.
Hey, man. What you doing, huh?
So, Andy, how was your party last night, your date?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fine.
And Meredith is some looker, huh?
Yeah, she's very nice to be with.
Very nice, huh? That's the extent of the report for the party? Whatever. I got to go to work. I'll see you later.
All right.
So, Ivor, did anything happen at Casey's party after I left with Julie?
Well, yeah. Julie saw John holding Aaron, and she got very emotional.
Yeah.
And John thought it was because Julie missed her daughter.
I think Julie's finally realizing what the consequences are going to be if she tries to take Aaron away. Fred Greer, she told me, pressed her for names. She couldn't bring herself to tell him.
Well, I pray that she doesn't change her mind. Andy, if you see her, don't you tell her that I'm taking Aaron to Maine, because I am afraid that she is going to try to stop me.
Okay, I won't say anything. But I don't think she's going to make a scene about your trip at all. Look, true. She's confused, and she's upset about Ron Gillette's attitude. But she knows that if she goes public with this, it ruins everything that we've worked so hard to accomplish.
Andy, she isn't thinking anything through clearly at all. Nothing. She is very selfish. She is thinking only of herself, especially now that Fred Greer has convinced her that she has a chance to get Aaron back.
Fred, I need some time to think this through. Because if the truth were to come out, a lot of people could get hurt here. Yes, I know all about the client-lawyer confidentiality stuff, but if I were to claim that there's something fraudulent about Aaron's birth certificate, then everything else is going to come out.
I don't trust him. I don't trust that man.
All right. Yes, we'll talk. I'll come by your office. Soon.
He is a shankster. Don't you understand that? He'll do anything just to scrape up a buck.
No, I think you're wrong about that.
Oh.
He happens to be doing a lot of work for Kruger Industries right now.
Is he really? Is that what he told you? Judy, then he is lying. Would you please just listen to me? Now, you've got to promise me, please, that you are going to just ignore this man. Just remember how grateful you were. This past summer, you were grateful when Ivor offered to adopt the baby. Remember how happy you were for Lily and Holden and their marriage, and you still are. And also, you've got to think of Aaron. He's in a good home. He's with people.
I know all of that.
That's
know all of that.
I gotta take a shower.
You will not. Now, wait a minute. Now, you've got to listen to me.
Lisa!
No, I have to go to Fashions. I just want you to promise me with your heart and soul that you will stop by and talk to me before you go to see Greer, okay?
I'm running out of time here. Ellie told me that I was taking Erin up to Maine now.
Well, what difference does that make? I don't understand.
It's all part of a plan from Iva. She's trying to keep Erin away from me till the beginning of March until the adoption is finalized.
Oh, now, wait, come back here, Julie. Hello? Helen. Oh, what is it? Has there been some change?
And Gavin's statement tells us that Arthur can't account for his whereabouts at the time of Philippe Van Doren's murder. But what about Gavin? Where was Gavin?
You know, snoring and mumbling to yourself in your sleep is one thing, but when you're doing it in the broad daylight, it's another thing.
I don't snore.
Okay. Hope I never hear from somewhere else. So, what are you working on, if I have to ask?
Well, Gavin's alibi at the time of Philippe Van Doren's death is that he was working in his office. However, the only people who can testify to that are his secretary Sharon and Jade Sullivan, so...
So, that doesn't mean diddly.
That doesn't mean diddly.
Guess you heard back from the Hawaiian authorities about Gavin's whereabouts last April?
Oh, yeah. There were 4 people that claimed that they saw Gavin there on those dates.
Yeah? Anybody we know?
Nope.
No, it's frustrating. I suspect that Philippe and Carolyn's murders were both hired hits. I mean, absolutely both of them. So the alibis probably don't mean anything.
You know what I've got to do, Tom? I've got to get a hold of Gavin's appointment book and see where he was on the day of Philippe's murder.
Well, let's hope Nicole comes up with some information so we can really nail Philippe's killer.
Oh, my God, I hope so.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hey. I'm worried. My pilot called me about half an hour ago. Nicole was supposed to meet him at de Gaulle Airport at noon. She didn't. He called her apartment. There's no answer. It's now 3 o'clock in Paris, and she still hasn't shown up.
When I get a sinus headache, the whole house feels it.
I feel so bad to see my mom suffer like that.
The pain, the pressure, it's hard to describe.
She's just not herself.
Tylenol Sinus understands. That's why Tylenol Sinus gel caps have 2 maximum strength ingredients in easy-to-swallow gel cap form to relieve the pressure and the pain.
It stops the pain so I could be me again.
Tylenol Sinus, the strength you need from the name you trust.
Who wants to clean twice? Spray cleaner first for this greasy mess. Then go back after the streaks with glass cleaner.
Don't clean it twice. Cinch it once. New Cinch from Spick & Span. New Cinch is the first cleaner that handles both grease and streaks. Glass cleaner can't always get the grease, and spray cleaners can leave streaks. Either way, you'd have to clean twice. But New Cinch gets the grease and the streaks, even on glass. Don't clean it twice. Cinch it once.
Be my little baby.
Introducing Mini Oreo.
Say you'll be my darling. Be my baby now.
New Mini Oreo. They'll be home soon. Why not serve the side dish they all love? Remember what it is? Does that ring a bell? Rice-A-Roni.
The San Francisco tree.
When you run for mayor, get cooperative volunteers.
What do you think for the podium, huh? Royal blue or aquamarine?
It's a debate, not a cotillion.
It's back, and it's all new Northern Exposure Monday.
Well, listen, we still got a little bit of time before your meeting with Dr. Michaels. You want to get a cup of coffee down in the cafeteria?
No, look, I know you have a really important meeting. I'll take a bus to campus, and that'll be it. Okay? Now get out of here. Go.
I will. Only if you promise not to blame yourself for the fight between me and Andy when you're talking to Dr. Michaels. Is that a deal?
It's a deal. No guilt trips. Now
go. Hello, Dr.
Morning.
Dixon.
How you doing? Hi.
go. Hi.
Hello. Yes.
I don't understand you.
What?
I don't understand how you could be so cordial with Evan Walsh, when he busted up the romance between your son and...
It wasn't just that. I'm sure Courtney and Andy had their problems, but I hope they're working them out.
Yeah? Well, I don't know whether you can call it working out when it's
Fisticuffs at the school dance.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, wait a minute. Everything was fine when I left.
Honey, you must have missed it then, because Bianca told me. Evan egged him on, and Andy bopped him one in the face. They had to pull him off before he killed Evan.
I told Evan to be here at 8:30 sharp so we could go over a few things for the 9:30 briefing.
I haven't seen him, Kirk. Should I call?
No, I'll just chew him out personally when he gets here finally.
Oh, Anderson, have a heart. There was a dance last night. You remember way back when you were Evan's age?
It wasn't that long ago, for your information, Mrs. A. And I do remember that whenever I was out late, I was always here on time in the office.
Yeah, he probably was too, Gene. Ambrose, I saw your honeymoon pictures, and it looked like you had a lovely time.
Ooh, boy, the best 3 weeks of my life.
Oh, that's great. Well, have you heard from Lucinda since she got back?
No, but we found a case of champagne waiting for us when we got in. We tried to call her to thank her, but she's all wrapped up in her new company.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. She called us this morning to invite us to the opening of her new offices weeks from now.
Did you hear that, babe? Do you think we're going to get invited?
I wouldn't hold your breath.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you at noon sharp at the airport.
Okay, if I'm a few minutes late, just hang out. I'll be there.
No. We had a deal, and you promised to either be there at noon or I'm leaving. You tell Ruth you have a meeting when you get back. Love ya.
Now, this Ruth Mansfield called me at the yacht this morning when she was leaving Denver on her company jet. She wants to meet with me before I fly east for Lenore's wedding.
Do you really think we have a shot at getting Mansfield Limited?
Well, I think so. She's never been involved in business before. I mean, she was a housewife, tending kids and grandchildren. She stepped in because her husband died. I don't think she wants to continue running the business. He founded the company, ran a very tight ship, conservative, but I think there's tremendous growth potential there.
How can you be so sure of that given today's market?
Because I studied the company very closely when I was with Adelaide Fitzgibbon. I think she's sitting on a gold mine. I just hope she doesn't think she is. That's why I don't want to put her off, and I'm going to need your help taking care of Ellie if I'm a few minutes late here.
I don't know, Ellie. She's pretty fierce. She used to beat me up when we were little kids, man.
All right, let's start without Evan.
Oh, by the way, Walsh's underwriting space-age electronics, newest divisions, all signed, sealed, and delivered. There's no need for any secrecy anymore.
Dynamite. Hold him. Talk to our PR department. Get him on it ASAP. When news of this hits the streets, our Walsh stock is going to go up big time.
Office? Oh, yes, Mrs. Mansfield. He's expecting your call. Just a moment. Mrs. Mansfield for you.
Hello, Ruth. Or should I say, Mrs. Mansfield?
Well, only if you're talking to my mother-in-law. I really prefer first names, Kirk.
Soft, fluffy, soft. From a dryer sheet, Downy dryer sheet.
Downy softens best of any dryer sheet. See? Downy's fluffy softness even cushions a bubble. That's because we put the fluffy softness of Downy liquid into a dryer sheet.
Come on in. Feel the Downy softness next to your skin.
For the most softness of any dryer sheet,
Come on in to Downy.
My mother would have a fit if she thought I wasn't using a detergent and a fabric softener for my dirtiest clothes. But why mess with these things when Ultra Bold does the job of both? It's the only concentrated detergent and softener in one. See? Super clean and super soft. With Ultra Bold, I don't need a detergent and a softener. I just keep them around in case Mom drops by, which is always right about...
Ultra Bold. Clean, soft, and simple.
Mom, what a surprise.
If your doctor has recommended Metamucil and you like the results, but you don't like those glasses of thick liquid, change to FiberCon. Get the same fiber action in easy-to-swallow tablets. Get doctor-recommended FiberCon.
Not everyone uses the #1 antibacterial deodorant soap. Aren't you glad you used Dial?
Did I do that?
After 16 years of marriage and 4 kids, he left her for a younger woman.
You can't lay this divorce on me and then ignore me.
Now, if she can't have the life she wants, neither can he.
Why would you want me to stay?
Because you own me.
Based on the shocking true story, Meredith Baxter, A Woman Scorned, the Betty Broderick story, Sunday, March 1st.
The Grammy Awards, coming Tuesday.
No. No one has heard from Nicole since she flew back from Zurich to Paris. All right, then, Mr. Crawford's pilot will get a hold of you. Thank you so very much, Inspector. All right. Given the circumstances, they're going to waive the usual 48 hours waiting period, and Inspector PA is starting his search immediately.
Damn. I can't help but feel responsible for all this.
Harry, why? Why are you blaming yourself? It was Nicole's choice to go to Barbara with her suspicion.
Well, I keep thinking that it's so similar to what happened to Philippe.
Yeah, good old deja vu.
There's just some reason I could think of to call Gavin.
Well, you could tell him the Hawaiian authorities confirmed that alibi it is.
You are brilliant. You are absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Gavin Kruger, please. It's Detective Margot Hughes. Really, when do you expect him back? All right, then, can I speak to Jade Sullivan? All right. Well, when you do hear from them, Sharon, would you please have them call me immediately? Thank you. Apparently, both Gavin and Jade are out of touch with the office.
Before anyone overreacts here, let's remember that Gavin runs a multinational corporation, and he could legitimately be anywhere.
What about Barbara? Barbara would know where Gavin is.
Hi, Barbara. Margot. Listen, I'm trying to track down Gavin, but both he and Jade are out of the office. Do you have any... Oh, well, did he talk to you about going on a trip or anything today? When? What did he say? Okay, I'll talk to you later about that. Listen, if you do hear from Gavin, you get a hold of me right away. Thanks. Nothing. She said when Gavin left her last night, he said he would call her today.
Try the Lakeview.
Well, you know, I'd really like a cup of coffee first.
Why don't I get some stuff to go with it, okay? I'll be
Great.
Thanks, guys.
I'll go.
All right, well,
Thanks.
Hal called Barbara.
What? What did he say?
He said, hi, Gavin Kruger, suite, please. She couldn't talk to him because Gavin was there, so she pretended that she was talking to Paul, and she made it very clear to Hal that she had no intention of marrying Gavin Kruger.
Well, that must have been a relief to Hal.
All right, then, could you put me through to Jade Sullivan's suite? You're so sure that neither of them are in their suites? No message. What's going on?
Hi, Erin's sleeping. I would have been here sooner, except I had to help Kirk pack, and Lily had a meeting. I'm so sorry. No problem. Everything's under control. Great. We need to talk. Oh. Ira? Yeah? Honey, do you have some time? We need to... Oh, hi there. We need to talk about Julie.
Why? What's going on?
Well, she'd be all right. Believe me, she'd be just fine if it weren't for that money-grabbing Fred Greer.
Fred Greer?
Yeah.
What about Fred Greer?
I'm so sorry. Honey, I am. I just...
No, that's all right.
What's going on, Ira?
The day of the benefit, Julie... Well, she wants Aaron back.
What? She can't do that. She has to have Andy's approval, right?
Yes, but with a lawyer like Fred Greer, she could cause a lot of problems.
Is that why you told Lily that you didn't want Julie to know that you might be going back east? Well, it's too late for that. She came by M&A yesterday, and I told her that you might be taking Aaron to Maine today. Well, now I understand what Julie was talking about this morning. She was afraid that you were going to keep Aaron away from her until the adoption was finalized.
I'm afraid that the woman who adopted my son is going to try to sneak away and hide him until it's time to go to court.
It's a real possibility, Julie. Now that you've told the woman you might want your son back, that really wasn't a very smart move. You should have come to me right away and let me handle it from the beginning.
Maybe. It just was such a basket case when I found out I couldn't get custody of Pete and Jenny. I just blurted it out when I saw this woman. I just felt my whole life crashing down. I just want my baby back, that's all.
And there's every reason to believe that you can get your son back if, as you say, the facts on that birth certificate were fraudulent. Now, would you like me to apply for a court order restraining this woman from taking your son out of state? Julie, time is ticking away here. If you want your son back, you're going to have to cooperate with me and give me the names of the people involved. Julie, if you want your son back, all you have to do is write me a retainer, give me the names of the people involved, and I will handle it from there.
What if I change my mind?
No. Either you want your son back, or you don't.
I guess I have no choice then.
Your secretary is not at her... ooh. Julie, we do meet in the strangest of places.
The Prince of Tides, winner of 7 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Nick Nolte, Best Supporting Actress, Kate Nelligan, and Best Screenplay. Barbara Streisand, Directors Guild of America nominee for Best Director, the one Golden Globe winner hailed as far and away the best movie of the year. The Prince of Tides, the one you will always remember.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Oh, Mrs. Walsh, this is an unexpected pleasure. I am a little short-staffed today, but if you wouldn't mind waiting just for a moment.
I do mind, actually. What I need won't take very long.
Well, I understand, but as you see, I have...
Don't worry, that's no problem. I have to get going anyway.
Well, now, Julie, you know, I do need...
I'll get back.
I didn't want to drive you away. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Miss Wendell is under some strain.
Oh, really?
May I take your coat?
Oh, thank you.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Now, how can I help you? I understand you're opening a new company.
Yes, I am, and I'm thrilled.
Well, how can I be of assistance? I mean, I assumed that Ambrose Bingham would be leaving Walsh to take care of your legal affairs.
Alas, no. Mr. Bingham is going to stay at Walsh. Gavin Kruger tells me that you're doing a little bit of legal work for him.
Yes, and I hope to handle some more for him, well, locally, of course.
As a matter of fact, you're drawing up the agreement, his investment of $25 million in my new business.
As a matter of fact, it's done. I'm just waiting to hear back from him.
Aha. Well, I'm not sure you're going to hear right back from him because I was on the telephone with his secretary and he's unavailable today. As I'm here, maybe you could give me my copy of the agreement and then I could take it to my attorney. He could look it over and I'll save time. Huh?
Well, I'm not sure I should release the agreement without Gavin's okay.
But I just told you he's unavailable. It's so difficult. You know, I had no idea when I went into this new venture. I'm totally spoiled. Do you know, I'm going to need a whole team of lawyers. Do you think I could get together and talk with you about that sometime?
Oh, I'd be delighted.
And I'd be delighted if you'd facilitate matters by giving me a copy of the agreement now. I'm sure that Mr. Kruger wouldn't mind. In fact, I bet you he'd be delighted.
Well, why not?
Ah, I love a man who can make a decision. Judy Wendell. Troubled life, poor girl. I hope no terrible legal problems.
Well, as you know, Mrs. Walsh, I can't discuss that.
Oh, no. I like a lawyer who understands about confidentiality. Of course, I can be indiscreet because I'm not a lawyer. I happen to know that Julie Wendell has given her child up for adoption. Is there some little snag to that?
Well, as I said, I can't discuss.
Oh, I understand. Well, I'm sorry I've taken up too much of your time.
Not at all. I look forward to seeing you again and discussing your legal needs.
I can see myself out.
Goodbye. It was lovely to see you. I hope to see you soon again.
Don't hold your breath.
There was no answer at the penthouse. I thought Julie might be with you.
Oh, all I know is that she agreed to meet with Fred Greer again.
Damn it. You couldn't argue Julie out of that.
Well, I tried, but this is something she's just going to have to work out on her own.
She's just so naive about things, Lisa. A guy like Greer, there's no telling what he'd do if he found out the truth.
Well, I I am counting on Julie's goodness of heart not to carry it through. And I also told her to stop by here before she went to see Greer.
Good. You know, Ivis decided to bring Aaron with her to Maine for Lenore's wedding, but she doesn't want Julie to know about it.
Oh, honey, I'm afraid it's too late. Ellie already told her.
You know, I'm really glad that you and Cal missed that fight last night. It was really awful.
Evan says he didn't do anything to provoke Andy. I believe him.
Well, given the way that Andy feels about you, I think that him just seeing you with Evan is a provocation, Courtney.
Yeah, I know, but if it wasn't Evan, it'd be somebody else. I don't know what to do. I've tried to be honest with Andy, and he just can't seem to accept the fact that we're bad for each other right now.
Well, who knows? Maybe last night really shook up Andy. Maybe he's going to start to think.
Yeah, maybe. I just hate that other people have to get involved. I mean, why did Lucinda have to tell Dr. Dixon?
Believe me, she's not going to pass up a shot like that.
I guess.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Lila, I'd like you to meet Simone Bordeaux.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Hey, I'm Courtney. Yeah, Courtney Baxter. Simone saw that notice you have up about your room for rent.
Yeah, may I see it? I transferred here in January. I've been sharing a dorm room with 2 other girls, but it's hard to study there.
Well, be warned, it's pretty noisy at my house. I got a toddler at home, you know.
That's no problem. I come from a large family. When may I see it?
Well, let's see. This afternoon, I'm over at, working at the hospital. If you can drop by Memorial, maybe we can arrange to have you see it then.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Okay.
Hey, excuse me for a moment.
I'll talk to you later.
Hi. I didn't want you to get away without saying hi.
I didn't want to go over there. It's just that I felt a little uncomfortable with this Courtney.
Forget it. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
I want to give you this. It's a thank you for last night.
Oh, Meredith, I don't know what to say.
Go on, open it.
Wow. A book on photography, Robert Doisneau. I study his work.
Then you like it?
Of course I like it. I love it. It's wonderful.
I'm so glad.
One thing I love to cook is my very own fresh from the lake, not from the freezer, pan-fried bass. And the one thing I need to clean up is palm olive, because frying up those breadcrumbs, pepper, and onions can make a real mess of my pan. But palm olive takes care of all that. And you know, it softens hands while you do dishes. So I can do what I like best, cooking, not cleaning.
Palm Olive. You cook, we'll clean.
Your new color is most vulnerable during the first 2 weeks. That's why you need Neutrogena shampoo for permed or color-treated hair. It cleans and cares for your hair so gently that when you use it the first 2 weeks, your color actually lasts longer. Neutrogena. Use it first to make your color last.
I'm dreaming of summer, cool breeze and fresh air. When I want that feeling, summer's eve takes me there. This clean, fresh feeling keeps the good times on my mind. Summer's eve brings back freshness anytime.
To me, when a woman sweats, it just isn't sexy.
Well, of course a guy's going to sweat sometimes, but when you're close, who wants a guy that smells?
Arid Solid bites odor, and the wetness ordinary deodorant sticks can't.
I trust Arid.
But I was hearing plenty of time for the briefing.
You know, damn well I wanted you here early to discuss the Kruger situation.
Well, I had an emergency with Courtney, and I didn't think a junior executive being a few minutes late mattered.
We're more than a few minutes late, and you're not just a junior executive, you're a major stockholder, and as long as Connor and I are away, everybody's got to pull double. Is that clear?
Very clear.
And is it also clear that Holden will be in charge till I get back?
Oh, I have no problem with that.
Excellent. Jerry Hoffman is a very happy man. His people are willing to work on a joint press release with our agreement with Space Age.
You do nice work.
Good.
Ellie's on the phone for you, and reception calls Mrs. Mansfield just arrived downstairs.
Oh, good. Listen, Jane, I need you and Ambrose to do a little favor for me. Will you go down there and greet Mrs. Mansfield personally? I don't want her to feel as if she's surrounded by a bunch of young Turks.
Well, I can't say that I'm flattered, but we get the picture.
No. This is for dignity's sake, not age, Ambrose. dignity, okay? She's kind of unsophisticated, real sweet grandmotherly type. Just let her know that she's in conservative, safe hands.
Well, that'll take a bit of acting, but we'll do our best.
Yeah.
Come on, Grandpa.
Get on. Wise guy. Hi, sorry to keep you on hold for so long. What's up? Yeah, I know. 12 sharp. I'll be there. Well, your sister's one tough cookie.
Yeah, I know that. I have the scars to prove it.
Now, who is this Mansfield woman?
Do you remember seeing the Mansfield ski commercials during the Winter Olympics?
That Mansfield? Skis are just one branch. Ruth Mansfield is the whole tree, and I intend to buy the entire forest.
Mr. Anderson's expecting you.
Mrs. Mansfield, it's a pleasure.
Ruth, remember?
Thank you. I'd like to introduce you to Holden Snyder. He's going to be in charge while I'm away.
How are you?
Hello.
And Evan Walsh, the grandson of our founder. Pleasure.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I only hope that what Kirk has in mind as a proposal is as handsome as the Walsh executives I've met so far.
Anything new on Nicole?
No. Margot's in with Mac, and Franny went home to check on little Carol and Dana. How about you? You had any luck with the crime commission trying to find the guy that tried to kill Billy Lambert?
Well, we got a list of aliases, no positive ID. We know he's American. He resurfaced in Europe about 7 years ago, made his home base in Zurich, got a reputation as a very expensive hitman, especially high-powered rifle, one shot. Can't find any connection to the Harpers, as Emma would suggest that he shot Billy Lambert from the warehouse because the job at the hospital certainly wasn't his style.
I got a question for you. If he was based in Zurich, do you think Gavin knew him?
Speculation, we're grasping at straws. Why don't you let the professionals do this job?
Okay, but why would Gavin want to kill Billy Lambert anyway?
Keep the kidnapping scheme from unraveling in case Gavin was involved. Look, you guys, I just got off the phone. Mac and I were talking to the Chicago Police Department. There's still no sign of Karen Martell. Now, if something did happen to Nicole, Martell's our only shot at the truth. Detective Hughes.
Margot, hi, it's Courtney. I still haven't heard from Sean, so I haven't been able to deliver your message. I'm sorry. I called Gavin. He wasn't in, so I don't even know if he's talked to Sean yet. However, I did speak with Jade, and she says she doesn't know anything about the secret job that, Sean's doing for Gavin, so it must be really confidential.
Yeah. Listen, Courtney, if you do hear from Sean, tell him it is really very important that he contact me as soon as possible. Okay, thanks, honey. Still no word from Sean. And the more we learn, the less we know. Detective Hughes, homicide. Yes, Inspector Pitt. Well, the last Mr. Crawford spoke to Nicole, it was about 1:30 p.m. our time, and she was just about to board her flight from Zurich back to Paris. Excuse me, could you hold on just 1 second, please? They found Nicole's car in a parking lot at the airport. It's been there for over 24 hours. So apparently she never picked it up when she returned from Zurich.
If she returned from Zurich.
Most cat box fillers cover odors with a heavy fragrance because they can't stop the germs that cause the odors. But now there's new Kitty Litter Max, the best kitty litter ever. Max's special ingredients fight odor-causing germs others can't. So Max keeps germs out of your cat box and odors out of your home. Give germs and odors the axe with new Kitty Litter Max in regular or new scooping formula. It's the best kitty litter ever.
What's the worst part of treating your worst colds?
A cold medicine that leaves me spacey.
Well, it's the cold medicine that can zonk me out.
I hate that.
It's like I'm off in the ozone somewhere. Groggy, spacey. Introducing Sudafed Severe Cold Formula.
If it could help stop the cough and the fever, but not stop me from getting to work, that'd be great.
The first Sudafed cough, cold, and flu tablet, and it has nothing but maximum strength ingredients.
All that and it won't knock me out? Perfect.
New Sudafed Severe Cold Formula. Maximum strength without drowsiness.
You liquid detergents need my help with these dirty, smelly socks.
What?
I'll wash one in detergent, the other in detergent, plus Arm & Hammer baking soda to clean and deodorize. See? Mine's cleaner. Smells fresher, too. Half a cup is all you need.
So you want to be a cook? Make it shine.
Fume-free Easy Off is heat-activated, so there's no gloves, no harsh fumes.
No smell?
And no grease.
Not bad, kid.
Easy Off. Fume-free or heavy-duty. The easy way out of a dirty oven.
The glorious freshness of mint. Nobody knows it better than Polident. That's why there's a splash of mint in every Polident tablet to leave your dentures feeling gloriously clean and fresh. Get super strength Polident with a splash of mint.
My best invention yet. 2,000 flushes chlorine clear tablet. Drop one in. It's the first chlorine tablet to help bleach away stains in your toilet up to 4 months automatically. New 2,000 flushes chlorine clear tablet.
Well, yes. Helen told me that you felt that there was some improvement in John's condition. Now, Dr. Taylor, I had a little talk with Dr. Bob Hughes, and he told me that someone who is in a coma, such as John, can have involuntary muscle contractions in the fingers, which really might have nothing to do with brain activity. Dr. Taylor, I know, but you must realize that I will do anything in the world to help John Eldridge. I really would, but you must also realize it is very painful for me to come there. Well, all right. Just please keep me informed. Oh, and Dr. Taylor, would you please tell Helen that it is absolutely unnecessary for her to keep calling me? Yes. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Lisa? I'm sorry. Is something wrong?
No. What can I do for you? What do you want? What is it? Hello. And all that.
Hello. I was just wondering if you knew how much longer Julie Wendell plans to stay in town.
I have no idea why.
Well, because her continuing presence here raises, well, certain questions are raised.
Really? What kind of questions?
Well, the longer she stays, the more the risk exists that Lily will find out that Aaron is Holden's son. I mean, I cannot be the only person in town that wonders how Julie can absent herself from her baby daughter in New York.
Why don't you just forget about Julie and her little problems and worry about your own getting your own little business on its feet?
Lily's happiness is my prime concern. Now, look, the adoption scheme is falling apart. I saw Julie.
Hello. Hi. I'm so glad to see you. I know. I have the list for the outfits that need to be pulled for the photo session.
Hey, thank you.
I'll get busy with it.
All right. Except for Barbara. How's she doing? Is she well?
She is doing great. The new orders are pouring in, and she seems very happy.
She hasn't got too much to do now that she's taken on Simply Barbara as well?
No. She is just thrilled to be supervising her new line.
Ellie, dear, when you go back to the office, could you suggest to my daughter that perhaps she might telephone me?
Oh, Lucinda, I'm going straight to the airport. Aaron and Iva and Kirk are going to Maine for Lenore's wedding. Otherwise, I would do it for you.
Ellie, darling, would you get that for me, please?
Sure. Fashions. Yes, she is. Who's calling, please? Hold on. Lisa, it's Helen Eldridge. She says that it's important and personal.
I've been to the top gynecologists in New York City, and you know what they all said? They all said the same thing, that it would be very dangerous for me to have another child. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that, Julie. I really am. But that has nothing to do with what's going on here. I have a son. He's sleeping right there in the next room. Ron and I could give him a good home. We could give him a good home with lots of love. And a mother and a father. And Iva, we could give him financial advantages that you can't.
Well, I sure hope I see Andy at the airport. I'd like to know what's going on with this fighting thing here.
I know, but I really like a peaceful send-off, you know?
Yeah, okay, well, why don't you jump in the shower?
Okay.
Okay.
I will. All right.
What did I do here? Hello?
Hello, is there anybody there?
Hi, it's Julie. I want to speak to Iva.
I tell you something, Julie. Iva's in the shower. Maybe she could call you back.
No, forget it. Please just don't bother telling her that I called.
In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond. Love, Meredith.
Andy! I wanted to ask you something. I was wondering if you can take photographs of me and Katie. I want to send them to Casey's parents.
I would love to. They would be beautiful.
Now I'm
Sure.
going to pay you for this.
Well, that's not, you don't, that's not necessary.
It is, too. You got to start thinking about being a professional if you want to be one.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe we set up a time.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
This is Pretty. I talked to my sister who said we can manage the rent, so I was wondering if I could come by Memorial after class and arrange to see the room.
Well, sure. I'm at the 4th floor nurse's station. If I'm not, just have me paged.
Okay.
All right? Oh, good. I am, too.
Oh, excuse me. Courtney, please don't go. No, I can't. I'm avoiding you, Andy. After last night, come on, Bianca. I tried being friends. It just doesn't work. It encourages him. I have to make a clean break.
Listen, I'm sorry to hear that, but you know, Andy's hurting too.
I know. You know, I hate to ask you this because I know you really don't like Evan, but I'm supposed to meet him here. Can you tell him I'm in the cafeteria? Please, a big favor. Thanks. Okay, bye.
Bianca, why did Courtney leave?
She was uncomfortable. Oh, excuse me.
Hi, Bianca.
Hi.
If you have a second, I'd really like to clear the air.
I just have a message from Courtney. She's in the cafeteria. Excuse me.
Evan, I got something to say to you.
Save your breath. You know, you claim to care about Courtney, but your macho flash dance last night put her back on an eating binge for the first time in months. So unless you want to destroy her, back off, man.
I'll borrow my mother's earrings, her scarf, but my mother's tampons. No way! I found new Ultimates, cardboard applicator tampons from Playtex. Great protection, plus a curved cardboard applicator. Ultimates. It's not your mother's tampon.
The most advanced roll then. The most advanced roll now. New Scott Towels Mega Roll. Double the towels of the leading regular roll, but not double the price. New Scott Towels Mega Roll for the new age of cost consciousness.
Now there's a new Stainmaster carpet that handles foot traffic like never before. New Stainmaster Extra Light. Only from DuPont. And at Color Tile, there's a huge selection of DuPont Stainmaster Extra Life carpet at 50% off. Plus, enter our $250,000 Color Your Home sweepstakes. Hurry, they'll end soon. Stainmaster Extra Life, only from DuPont.
The other day I asked my boyfriend Eddie if he noticed any difference in my face. And he said, yeah. In fact, I think he said I looked luminous. Luminous. I thought that was a great comment.
Dove contains 1/4 moisturizing cream. It won't dry your face like soap.
I used Dove for a week, and I was a little surprised at how much softer my face felt. It wasn't as dry. Luminous. It's a nice word, isn't it? Eddie's a writer.
It really was a pleasure meeting you, Ruth. I'm sorry that Kirk couldn't stay, but he had to go catch a flight.
Oh, I understand. I really was quite impressed with everything I saw today.
Well, good.
When I'm planning to see some friends in Lake Forest. However, I am staying here in Oakdale at a hotel, the Lakeview.
One of Oakdale's finest. My wife is part owner there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, when I get back, perhaps we may have a meeting there.
Possibly.
Very good. Thank you again.
Okay.
Marrying Lily will not make you the heir apparent. I'd leave Walsh to charity before I'd let you take over my chair and my empire.
Looks like you don't have anyone to give Walsh to now, Lucinda.
Jerry Hoffman, please. It's Holden Snyder calling. Yes, I'll hold.
Everyone's out of town, so I thought, well, I'll come over. And I'll just spend some time with my favorite friends, and I want you to order me a lovely champagne lunch, and we'll eat it here, as we always did.
Tell Jerry that I'm going to have to call him back. Someone just walked in.
Come on.
Oh, great.
Where?
Well, you almost missed us. My husband's late, as usual.
You know, I'm going to take Aaron inside. He's getting cold.
No, you know what? I'm going to go to work M&A. Just tell Kirk that he's late. He was supposed to be here at noon.
Man, I can't believe the traffic.
Yeah. It was Ruth, right?
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't have been doing my job as CEO if I walked out on her. What am I? I'm only a few minutes late.
20 minutes.
Oh, that's nothing. But where's your luggage?
Oh, it's on the plane.
Okay. Have a good flight.
All right.
You know?
So I'll say hello to everybody. My dear friend Lenore.
About 5 days.
I'll see you when you get back. Take care of this guy. Don't forget to wear your gloves. It's very cold up in Maine. What are you doing here?
Hi, guys. Hi, hon. Anything new?
No, if anything happened, I would have called you. How's little Carol and Dana doing?
She's good. I just put her down for a nap.
I still think we should tell Darrell about the phone call I got accusing him of killing Carol.
Why? What is the point of that?
The point is that we always assumed the calls were coming from Arthur. Now we know there's a lot of trouble.
Detective Margot Hughes. Yes, Inspector P.A. Oh, really? Well, did they find anything in Nicole's car that could... Oh, no. Oh, no.
What is it? What happened, Margot?
I'm sorry, could you hold on just a second, please? They found Nicole's body in a tributary of the Seine, 12 kilometers from the center of Paris.
We've added the leading cough suppressant to the proven cold relief of Alka-Seltzer Plus to relieve your cold and cough at the same time. New Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and cough medicine in the purple box. 2 kinds of relief from only 1 medicine.
I want to show you why my Dirt Devil is the world's best-selling corded hand vacuum. Okay, Sam. Now, the toughest test for any vacuum is pit hair. So I gave my Dirt Devil a strong motor and a revolving brush just like an upright. And if it's powerful enough to clean up this mess, imagine what it can do with a dirty carpet. You could say Dirt Devil is man's best friend. Well, almost. So get a Dirt Devil and put the power of an upright in the palm of your hand.
For those of you who have been reluctant to wear a hearing aid, Miracle Ear has more great news. If you have trouble hearing in noisy situations, the exciting Miracle Ear Clarifier may be your answer.
I used to dread going out with my friends. Background noise kept me from joining in the conversation. But the Miracle Ear Clarifier reduces background noise.
Call this number. Miracle Ear will send you a booklet on better hearing, plus a coupon for a free hearing test. Learn about all the good news from Miracle Ear.
Hardy Grains biscuits and bread twists.
They're new!
Hot from the oven in 4 delicious flavors, like oatmeal raisin biscuits and cracked wheat and honey twists. Delicious new Hardy Grains from Pillsbury.
Monday, we're back, and the Senate is gunning for Murphy.
I think they could really vote to send you up the river.
The baby can't be born in the joint. And all new Murphy Brown. Then Julia may get her own cell.
Leave now or I'll have you arrested.
I'm staging a sit-in.
All new Designing Women, and they're all back Monday.
All those who love great comedy say hi.
Inspector Gill.
No, over here. I said Inspector Gill, not Inspector Gill.
A cop who's a carp on Fish Police. Premieres Friday, February 28th.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. By Christie Brothers.
NELLIGAN region, inviting you to join us again Monday for the Emmy Award-winning As the World Turns.